So one of the original trackers we built in Gyroscope and our most popular feature is the places tracking. So I'll show you how it works. This is my timeline and I can see here where I am and what I did today, as well as how I traveled between there. So this is one of the unique things we've been able to build in the app and do in a super low battery way, where it's able to really track not only where you were, where you stopped, but how you traveled between them and have a nice map of your activity. So if you use wearables, you can track your running or something, you have to automatically start and stop it. But this can basically track your whole life in that same way without you having to really take out your phone or do anything, just in the background. This has a lot of health implications. Obviously, as you know, everyone needs to be active, get your steps target. It doesn't have to be exactly 10,000, but it's really easy, especially with work from home now and convenient stuff for food delivery, Ubers, to have really low steps. So this is a really simple, intuitive way where you can see where you're going, start to do more interesting stuff, as well as get your step count up by walking between places. And I can scroll down here, see my older days in the history, and you can see here they're kind of nicely color-coded based on what it was. So if I'm at home, or if I went to a cafe, I can tap on that here, and based on all the things that are in that area, you can select where you were or even search for the place if it's not in the list. And then when you go back to that same spot next time, it can get automatically detected. So you don't have to really do this every time. The app will learn your daily routine, where you usually go, and after a while, it'll start to get really automated. The other cool thing you can do is you can customize your travels. So here I can see I walked for a while between these places, but I can customize that. If it wasn't walking or driving or some of the automatically detected types, for example, if I was skateboarding or on a motorcycle or I took a train or a bus, you can select the custom transportation types here. And then when you view your timeline, you'll see a really nice view. The other cool thing now in the history section, you can go back in time and see more analytics and reports. So if you travel different places, you can see in the passport actually cool counts of the cities and countries that you've been to. Scroll back in time and even just tap on one of them to go relive those memories. So I can just tap on here and see a little map of where I went with a little interactive zooming, as well as, if you've got to do a little application, fill out some forms for the government or something else of what countries you're in or what dates you're in, this can be a useful way to store that. I can also use this to relive older memories. So I don't really remember, if you asked me what were you doing 2 years ago, what happened, but I can go here in the time machine and go back to any day from the past when I had the app installed. Let's check 2 years ago what happened. So now I've got this nice little summary here of everything that happened that day, my heart rate, my steps, but most importantly, where I was. So, by default, the Apple Watch will track things like your steps. You'll see a count, like 10,000, 20,000, 5,000 steps, but it's hard to really understand what that means or what happened. But with this view, now you can really supplement that data to see this cool interactive timeline. And with the premium membership, basically, that covers all the cost of storage and data. So we never sell your data, there's no ads or other things, and you get to basically use this just for yourself and how you want to use it. So there's some other services, like Google has their free version of this with Google Timeline, right? But then all their info gets sent to advertisers and stuff. So we want to build Gyroscope as a safe place to store this important data, but have it where you can look back on it. Maybe if you want to share in 5 years or look back at your history, it really starts to become more interesting then. Like, I don't really care what I did yesterday, but in 10 years, maybe this will be an interesting thing I want to show someone, or maybe in 20 years, I want to show my kids, hey, here's what life was like in 2026. So this is how the places tracking works, some of the ways you can use it to live a more healthy, active life, and go back and relive your memories as well. So give it a try, let us know how it goes.